Hello, everyone. I'm Pastor Tim Gauger of Christ Our Savior Lutheran Church in Rockford, Michigan. And this is your Friday COScast, and it's interview time again. And I'm really happy to welcome to our program one of our members here at church, Mark Hess. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks, Pastor. I'm a big fan of the COScast and a bigger fan of the interviews, and try not to miss them.
Oh, good.
And I'm honored that you asked me. Nice to be here.
Oh, good. We're trying to help us get to know each other. So maybe we'll just kind of simply start with, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mark.
Okay, well, I've lived in Rockford for 21 years. My wife and I've been a member at Christ Our Savior for 10 years this month.
Has it been that long? Wow.
Yeah, lifelong Lutheran. As you know, I work south of town, so I commute back and forth on 131 every day, and you and I have commiserated about that a few times. We're the bad drivers.
Yeah. So, wife's name for everyone?
My wife's name is Jane. She does attend with me fairly regularly.
Yep.
We have two adult children. They're my stepchildren. Gabrielle, who's 28, and she's engaged to be married on May the 7th.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And our son, JJ, he and his wife, Noe, were married on June 6th of 2020.
A COVID wedding. Wonderful. Let's just kind of maybe take it back a little bit, explore our roots a little bit. High school alma mater mascot.
That would be the Waverly Warriors, Lansing Waverly, and it's the Warriors.
Okay. Oh, I think that's the first time a Warrior has made an appearance on the program. So, oh, cool. Class of, what was your class?
1977.
77. Oh, cool. All right. The Waverly Warriors. Awesome. And then, so how did you get to the Grand Rapids area?
I began working for a company when I finished community college. I was just 19 years old and started working for a company, worked in Lansing for about a year and a half. And then in 1981, in fact, it was Valentine's weekend, 1981, 40 years ago. Oh. I was transferred to Grand Rapids and moved to Grand Rapids.
Oh, wow. So I know that you were at one time, I don't know if you still are, I believe you are, a member of the Mug Club or a founding mug guy at Rockford Brewery. Is that true?
Yeah, I frequent Rockford Brewing Company.
So this would be a beer question for you. A lot of times I've asked people their favorite ice cream, but it's way too cold to ask about ice cream. So favorite cold weather beer that you like, a type of beer or a specific one?
I'm a malty beer guy. So Rockford Brewing Company has two this time of year that they brew. One is called the Rockford Rogue River Brown, and that's a go-to. And they also have an Irish Red. And in fact, there's a funny story about you and the Irish Red, Pastor. Several years ago, we had a joint meeting of the council and the elders at Rockford Brewing Company.
Yep.
And I was going to make a presentation regarding a possible building expansion. And you were setting up first. You got there first. And I told you a couple of days before that when you got there, go ahead and order one of the Irish Reds because I thought you'd like it. I got there and you were drinking a brown. I said, Pastor, why are you drinking a brown? He said, why don't you try the red? And you told me, they told me you drank it all.
Those meetings. That's a good one. You've referenced the building project, and if you don't know, Mark has been our building committee chairman, longtime building committee chairman, due to the pandemic kind of stretching this out a little bit. But how's that gone, Mark? The building project?
Stalled.
Yep. I mean, visiting though a little bit about it, and you'd said something here just a few moments ago when we weren't on air yet about like when the project's really going to start or by whose allowance. So,
well, We've had, obviously the pandemic has put off our plans for now, and the construction project will begin in the Lord's time. He will decide when we'll begin.
Yeah. And just if you don't know, viewers, one of the ways we're going to see if the Lord wants us to participate in that timetable is the church council intends to have in front of the congregation by the end of April a choice for you to make between trying to start it this fall yet or next spring, the spring of 22, I guess that would be. But again, like Mark just said, it's the Lord's timetable, and he will bless us as he's been blessing us throughout this pandemic. And I imagine that, whatever is decided as we come back to that, and the Lord has kept us in good position to proceed, it's just not been the right time. But as we do come back and reinvigorate it, there's probably going to be a little bit of review of the plans and things like that. I can't imagine any major changes, but I know that it would just be good stewardship and make good sense to review what are we doing and why are we doing it, and is this still what we want? But Mark's a capable leader of that. We've got a committee of boy, sometimes it got pretty large. I bet you like 15, 20 sometimes that, different subcommittees and things. So yeah.
Core group of about 10.
About 10 though, yeah. So if everybody could just kind of look for that, and you'll probably see Mark making some presentations, I would imagine, in conjunction with that as to where we are as we kind of queue up that decision-making process again for everyone. So, well, I referenced it. One last question here, Mark. Ice cream, what's your favorite kind?
I knew you were going to ask that. And I'm not a huge ice cream guy, but anything having to do with mint. So either peppermint stick or mint chocolate chip.
Oh, mint chocolate chip. That's my son's go-to. So yeah. Oh, good. Well, we really thank you for making some time for us tonight, or I should say today. I really appreciate that. And thanks. Lord's blessings. Glad to have you as a part of Christ our Savior Lutheran Church.
Thank you, Pastor. I feel the same way.